Hello and welcome back to the White Pew podcast. I am ZM. It is Sunday the 6th of October 2024 by the time this goes live. If you don't know, the White Pew is a website where myself and my collaborator, GDLP, publish texts about art, exhibitions, culture at large. That can be films, music, books, whatever takes our fancy on any given Sunday. And you can find the text version of this on thewhitepube.com, but this podcast feed is where we publish audio versions of all of the texts, so you can hear us, the writers, reading our words in our own voices. That's the preamble, but this is also an auspicious week because our book, Poor Artists, came out on October 3rd. So by the time you're reading it, it will be out in the world. It will have been out in the world for 3 whole days. If you haven't got a copy, maybe buy one. I don't know. If you want. If you don't want to, that's fine. But yeah, it's out, just so you know. There you go. I'm going to read this week's text, which I wrote on Friday afternoon, so it's very quick, but I wanted to feel in this weird week of publishing a book, launch day, book birthday, all of that. I felt really overwhelmed on Friday and I just wanted to feel normal. So I wrote this on Friday afternoon because writing about art is a weirdness that I have come to understand as normal. So I wanted to sit down and tip-tap-type. And I saw this show last Friday and there is a painting in it that I'm still thinking about. So it is a quick text about a show called A Study of St. Francis by a painter called Ellie Cotton at General Assembly, which is a gallery over west, just a couple streets behind the Royal Academy. The show is still on until Monday the 7th of October. So if you're listening to this on a Sunday thinking, oh my god, what do I do with my time? Maybe pop in, see this show if you like. It's a recommendation. Okay. I'm writing this on Friday afternoon. This time last week I was upstairs in a building behind the Royal Academy in a gallery called General Assembly. I was looking at Ellie Cotton's paintings, her show, A Study of St. Francis. The story goes, Ellie Cotton is a painter who went to see an exhibition at the National Gallery, one full of paintings of St. Francis of Assisi, from the 13th century to the present, 700 years of paintings of one man. St. Francis was just that kind of guy. Born in the 12th century, son of a rich merchant, he gave up his wealth and comfort to live a life of Christian poverty. He became a mystic, a poet, a beggar, a roving preacher, a friar who founded the religious order of Franciscan monks. Ellie Cotton went to Assisi, came back and started painting St. Francis herself. In one painting, 3 cute mini St. Francis monks kneel on an enormous chocolate cake holding blue birthday candles. 2 more monks clamber up to join them. They're facing away from us, we're looking at them from behind. We can see the backs of their tonsured heads, skin all the way down to their peachy pink bum cheeks, blushing and bashful because their robes are completely backless. It's not sexy, it's not even really vulnerable. They're naked like babies, like cartoons. They're naked in a cheeky, silly, goofy, hee way. I'm looking at them in the same way I look at Instagram reels of cute pigeons sitting in nests, cats eating spaghetti. The paint itself is cute too, like cake frosting. It is kind of matte, kind of gummy, completely smooth. The colours are pastel and solid and striking, blunt, so clear they might as well be glowing. The baby yellow grounds peek out in the gaps where the colours almost touch. The cute monks are fleshy and smooth. They have no eyes or mouths, only round heads and big round snouts. The candles are enormous and bulbous in the sweeping marks of their hands. The whole scene is so big, the smoothness almost feels like luxury, waste, excess, like there is too much space or simplicity or crispness, and it's overwhelming. but I'm drawn to it all the same. I cannot stop looking at the cake blue background, the baby pink bums all raw and blushing. A voice in my head shouts, "Guston, Guston, Guston," and I yell, "Shut up!" back at it because I love Philip Guston's painting so much. He leaks into everything I look at. He is always on the tip of my tongue, ready to drip right off, but here he is, leaking or not. This is bad painting. Not bad as in bad, terrible, not good, but deliberately undermining what we as a culture come to understand as good taste. Here is Guston's bulbous figures, clunky, cat-handed, deliberate and smirking. I pulled away from that painting to look around the rest of the room, to another painting, a table laid with a royal green cloth, looking like a lady's skirt. It parts for St. Francis, playing with a toy airplane under the table. On the top, two matronly bunny creatures are working on a massive plane that takes up the entire length of the table. On one side, the rabbit lady is piping icing into the front of the plane because it is a cake. On the other side, another bunny matron is ironing a wing because it is silky smooth fabric. We are reminded that painting is a metaphysical plane. Isn't that something Guston said? The metaphysical prompt of that moment in internet history when everyone was obsessed with normal objects and things that were actually really cake. Clouds settle. The rabbits have huge human feet. Another painting. Two St. Francises are peering through the viewfinder of a big TV camera, looking at a robed figure with a hammerhead holding one of those birthday candles. The painting is called Livestream Poor Clare because it depicts St. Clare of Assisi, one of St. Francis's followers and founder of the Order of Poor Clares. After her death, she was given the status of patron saint of television because, as she was dying and too ill to attend Mass, she had been sent divine visions of it, projected onto the wall of her room. The painting is small, like a screen. The scene is hazy and dreamy, with blank middle distance and background, just endless baby blue. But the pull of those cute, cheeky monks in the first painting was irresistible. I couldn't peel my eyes away. I kept turning my head to steal a peek. The overwhelming smoothness is, I think, the point. St. Francis has been polished down to the simplest form, like sea glass. So big. A cartoon, so big. I found it genuinely astounding. My eyes kept glazing over the painting, a fingertip pushed into a Krispy Kreme donut's sugar crust, gluing me to it and crunching the space in between around the contact. Isn't that lovely? It is so rare to see things that feel new, not just for me, but all of us. We see so many things all the time. There is no respite from the relentless onslaught of images. This painting was so smooth, like a sponge, a balm for my eyes. The cute mini monks and their blushing bum cheeks. There you go. That is the text. It is very short, very sweet, but I wanted to spread the good news about this painting, I think. I wanted, people to see it, I think, more than anything else. More than passing judgment or weighing up whether this was good or bad. This was not a review as a value judgment. This was a review as a kind of offering. There you go. I will leave you to the rest of your Sunday. And when I put this post on Instagram, if you made it to the end of this text or this podcast, please can you leave me a cake emoji? There's a birthday cake, isn't there? Or a slice of cake. Either one, whichever one feels most delicious to you. And then I will leave you to the rest of your Sunday. Goodbye.